You know that one guy, your dad, your uncle, maybe an older neighbor, the one who walks into a broken situation, a leaking pipe, a dead engine, a flickering circuit, and doesn't panic, doesn't call anyone, just looks at it, tilts his head slightly, and then quietly starts fixing it. What is going on inside that man's head? Because honestly, it's not just skill. It goes deeper than that. Today, we're getting into the psychology of men who know how to fix everything. And by the end of this, you might understand yourself, or the people around you, a whole lot better. First, let's talk about identity. For a lot of men, the ability to fix things isn't just a practical skill. It's a core part of who they are. Psychologists call this self-concept through competence. It means your sense of self-worth is tied to what you can do, not just who you are. When a man can walk into a broken situation and come out the other side having solved it, that is an identity-confirming moment. It says, I am capable, I am useful, I matter. This is especially true for men who grew up in environments where emotional expression wasn't rewarded, but problem-solving was. You didn't get praised for talking about your feelings. You got praised for fixing the car. So over time, fixing things became the language through which these men communicate value to themselves and to others. Now here's something fascinating. Psychologist Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi, famous for his research on flow, found that humans experience peak happiness not during rest, but during mastery. When a challenge perfectly matches your skill level, you enter this almost meditative state where time disappears and everything just clicks. Men who fix things, they live in that state. Whether it's rewiring an electrical panel or rebuilding a carburetor, there's a deep neurological satisfaction happening. Dopamine is flooding the brain, not because the task is glamorous, but because the brain loves solving concrete, tangible problems with clear solutions. Unlike social problems, which are messy and ambiguous, a broken engine either runs or it doesn't. A leaking pipe either stops or it doesn't. That clarity, that's incredibly satisfying for the male brain, which often craves concrete outcomes over abstract discussions. Here's a layer that people don't talk about enough: anxiety. A lot of men who are obsessed with fixing things are actually, underneath it all, managing a deep need for control in an uncertain world. When life feels chaotic, when relationships are complicated, when the future is unclear, fixing something physical gives back a sense of order. You can't always fix your marriage. You can't always fix your finances, but you can fix that broken fence. And in that moment, the chaos retreats, at least a little. This is why so many men head to the garage or the workshop when they're stressed. It's not avoidance. Well, sometimes it is. But more often, it's self-regulation. It's how they process. It's how they breathe. Psychologist Roy Baumeister's research supports this. Men tend to cope through action more than conversation. Doing something, fixing something, is their form of emotional processing. Now let's talk about where this comes from. Most men who know how to fix everything didn't get a degree in it. They watched someone. A grandfather under a car, a father rewiring a lamp, an uncle building a deck on a Saturday morning. This is called observational learning, and it's one of the most powerful forms of education humans have. But it's more than just skill transfer. It's identity transfer. When a boy watches his father fix something with quiet confidence, no manual, no panic, just knowledge and patience, he's not just learning how to do it, he's learning who to be. He's absorbing a model of masculinity, calm under pressure, hands-on, self-reliant. And that model gets passed down, generation to generation, not in words, but in action. But let's be honest, there's a shadow side to this psychology. Some men who fix everything can't stop fixing. They walk into every situation,
including emotional ones, looking for a problem to solve. Their partner shares something vulnerable, and instead of listening, they immediately offer a solution, because that's the only mode they know. This is what psychologists call solution-focused avoidance. The instinct to fix is so strong that it bypasses the need to simply be present. There's also the trap of self-worth fragility. If your entire identity is built on being the capable one, the one who knows everything, then what happens when you don't know? When the problem stumps you? For some men, that's not just frustrating, it's existentially threatening. Their identity cracks. The healthiest version of this archetype is the man who can fix things and sit with things he can't fix, who knows the difference between a problem that needs a wrench and one that needs patience.
Here's the bigger picture. The man who fixes everything is often carrying something deeply human, the desire to provide, to be needed, to be enough. In a world that's increasingly abstract, where most of us push pixels and send emails, physical mastery feels like something real, something that can't be argued with. You either fixed it or you didn't. And there's something genuinely beautiful about that. About a man who can look at something broken and believe, with quiet confidence, that he can make it whole again. That's not just skill. That's a kind of faith. Faith in yourself. Faith in your ability to understand how things work and to make them work better.
So the next time you see that man, the one with grease on his hands, the one who shows up with tools instead of words, look a little deeper. Because what you're seeing isn't just mechanical skill. You're seeing a man who processes the world through his hands, who finds meaning in mastery, who loves through action. And honestly, the world needs more people, of any gender, who look at broken things and say, I can fix this. If this resonated with you, share it with someone who fixes things. They'll probably never say it hit them, but trust me, it will.